Happy Monday, everyone.
Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control.
Let's go.
Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side. I'm gone, so don't run from the truth. You're lost, now I know you played me just like a flute. I still can't believe you had me on a leash, cutting all my teeth with all the lies you bring. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. 'Cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate it. Today is August 26th, 2024. It is 5:10 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour, everyone. Thank you for joining me. A lot going on today and the last few days in the Sebastian Rogers case. It's so good to see you all. Thank you all for the love. Really do appreciate it. This is going to be a rather long live, so get comfortable, get a drink, get a snack, and let's get it started. All right. Thank you all so much. DC number 3, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really do appreciate that. Kimmy's Lounge, really appreciate that as well, my dear. You two are our new string. You are part of our string of pearls. So thank you so much, Ray. And thank you, my dear, for 4 continuous months. Missed y'all so much. Been very unwell, but I've been watching on television. Oh, honey, I'm sorry you've been sick. I'm glad you're doing it's I guess you're doing better now, right? So praise the Lord, you're doing better. Thank you so much. Cecilia, you're broken my heart. Thank you for 2 months. Thank you, dear Donna. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Very sweet. We love you, Donna. And thank you so much, baby love, my baby love. I love this group. You're the best person. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Pick me Elmo member for 1 month. Thank you for your very first month. I love Justin's music. Thank you so much. And Sunny Bunny, 3 months. Thank you. Love it when Justin says a long live. Love you. Just love you too, honey. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. All right. So, there's been a lot of stuff happening. I not in the Sebastian Rogers case. It's been everything really, but about Sebastian. Lots of things are being said because of um, the Bullhorn Betty, all of that stuff, her recent arrest, and which, is really has nothing to do with finding Sebastian at the end of the day. Now, I know some of you support Bullhorn Betty and some of you don't, and that is fine. Whatever you want is up to you. You're a grown ass adult. So there's that. Uh, so I'm not here to do it, really say anything about that. You guys know how I feel. But there was something that I did want to make very crystal clear. Um, People were saying the other day that I was crying uh, over Bullhorn Betty. I got a couple emails. And sorry to disappoint anyone, but there was no crying. I was not crying because Bullhorn Betty was in jail. I was upset because of the buffoonery that has been going around, more worried about everything except, in my opinion, finding Sebastian. Um, there was rumor that I hold on, I got my notes here because I don't have time. Uh, but there was rumor that I said that I would collect money for Bullhorn Betty to get out of jail. Never said that. They said that I hid my live. Didn't do that. Um, that I made thousands of dollars. Uh, Not even close. Um, Maybe a few hundred, but that wasn't to get Betty out for anything. Um, what I did ask when I did call was, did she have a bond? Now, asking if someone has a bond doesn't mean you want to get them out of jail. Her mouth got her there. That's what got it. It wasn't so whatever. Now, the thing that I think is unfortunate is whenever the timing of the arrest. The timing of the arrest. She was, hey, Josh. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. And it's we live in such we have so much. Yes, and thank you for mentioning that, Ashley. I had that in my notes, so I'll just go ahead and uh mention that now. I want to send whether you like someone or you don't, at the end of the day, Dolly had a heart attack last night. It was a very serious heart attack. Um, and they had to shock him twice. And he is in the ICU unit at his local hospital. So we need to send out prayers to Dolly from Dolly Vision, um, and all of that. Um, yeah, yeah. So just keep Dolly in your prayers and his, family and all of that. So there's that. TG's wife, thank you for so much for being. We do appreciate that. Alyssa, thank you so much for becoming a new pearl in our strand. Y'all welcome our sweet Alyssa. Very sweet of you. Butterfly kisses. 6 months. Thank you so much, my dear. Really appreciate 6 continuous months. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Well, we wouldn't want you to be anywhere else. Candiely, thank you so much for 6 months. I still can't see, but I'm here. You can't see? I'm sorry, honey. I don't like your vision, or you can't see like chat. Is that what you mean? Um, Connie, thank you so much for 2 months. Really do appreciate that as well. Mexica, thank you for 5 continuous months. My dear, prayers for Dolly tomorrow isn't promised, y'all. It's really not, because last night he was in Molly's room, uh, and we he was in there talking, and then like this morning she went live. She's like, Dolly had a heart attack. I'm like, oh my god. Rayan, thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much. If you received that, thank our sweet Rayan for gifting that. All right. We live in such a age where we have so much information, and yet sometimes there's too much information, and we have influencers that influence us, and it's things become so confusing. And I want to take it back a little bit. Now, this is going to be a conversation, more or less, uh, because there is so much going on in this case, and yet there's nothing, except there was today. There was today something going on in this case. Today is 6 months since Sebastian Rogers has been missing. 6 months. We are half of a year. Now, there is some really good news. And that is that there is a $50,000 reward from the FBI. So that is movement. That is movement. And that is something that we've needed. we've really needed, right? Something we've really needed. Now, I'll be the first to say, in my opinion, I mean, I hope it does something, but the fact is, I've never, you really don't see, I've never really seen rewards money work. Just like you never see petitions usually work either. But it's great that the FBI is offering this. But what is exciting to me is the fact that the FBI is taking tips. That's what's exciting for me. I don't think it's going to stop people from searching. Look at little Sebastian, bless his heart. The FBI, in partnership with the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, is offering a reward of up to $50,000 for information leading to the safe return for 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, or the arrest and conviction of those responsible for his disappearance. Sebastian was last seen February 26, 2024, in the Stafford Court area in Hendersonville, Tennessee. He was wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and black square framed glasses. Sebastian has autism and has other medical conditions that may impair his ability to return safely without assistance. If you have any information regarding Sebastian's whereabouts, please contact the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615 451 3838, or you can contact TBI. But this is not the one I wanted to show. There's on the FBI website now, it says you can report tips at fbi.gov, which is really good. Hopefully something is moving in this case. That would be great, wouldn't it? Ray, and thank you so much, my sweeties, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. So sweet of you, my dear. Thank you, my dear. If you received one of those, please thank our beloved Rayan for that. Hello, Irony Rose. I hope it means that some of these people that were afraid to speak out in their neighborhood will speak out now. People, I mean, I don't think the neighbors have privately been scared to speak out. And yes, the ones that will be, it is the FBI in Memphis, from what I understand, Karen. FBI in Memphis. So that is correct. FBI still isn't in charge that we're aware of, but it is something else that on, the 6 months, we know that there is a $50,000 reward now, right? Yes, guys, please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate that. All right. So, it's been toxic, is the best word I could say, in the last several days, right? Very toxic. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. I may have to like step away in like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes because I need to go turn off fountain water. I'm sorry. I know. But anyway, okay. So it's been a little toxic, right? A lot toxic, actually. And the focus has not been on Sebastian. And oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jennifer Davis, for gifting a pearl necklace and becoming part of the strand. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much. So there's some things that I wanted to discuss. I'm trying to pull up my notes. So I know a lot of people has spoken about, oh, the police are talking to the Chris and the the feet, but they're not speaking to Mr. Rogers, right? And it's true that Seth, goes to the internet more and says his feelings. Um, but he's more willing to take your questions as well. He's more willing to, be in community activities for his son. But this, if there is foul play and everyone is innocent, presumed, you know, there has been no suspects named at all in this case. None by police, right? No suspects. But if someone thinks that they're speaking to another one side of the family, but they're not speaking to the other, you're way off. You're way off. Um, Now, and that's true. That's true, Roxy. You know, I assure you that if one knows, probably they all know. They're not going to be speaking in one person's ear whenever they're saying that they don't know what happened to Sebastian. We are Cody's voice. Thank you so much, my dear, for becoming a member. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Nancy, thank you so much for too much. Have you heard anything about a place or a thing called Rock Castle? Yes, I have. Having anything to do with Sebastian missing could be at Rock Castle. Um, are you speaking about the Rock Castle? Was it Kentucky? Or I've got notes on that. We have spoke about it, but it's been a while since. But yes, I have. I'll look at that. Marigold, thank you so much for 5 months. Good evening, lovely Justin Monsbros. Thank you so much, Marigold, for 5 continuous months. Really, really do appreciate that. A couple of things. A couple of things. Now, the reason at the end of the day that I support Seth is because I know he was at work. Um, Chris and Katie will tell you he was at work. Everyone will tell you he was at work. And the problem that I have is, who was the last person to see Sebastian? Who was the last person who ever laid eyes on Sebastian that we are aware of? KK, right? we, in my opinion, cannot. Who does the associate with Holly? But Justin, who does he associate with outside of his work? Since he took, what do you mean, Holly? Since he took on TikTok Tony? I mean, I don't care for TikTok Tony, but I mean, I've never known TikTok Tony to be, you know, a kid sniper. You know what I mean? Um, so, we gotta talk about that. Now, usually whenever you give a story about something that is vital, it's very important to, you know, tell the story about Sebastian missing, right? So let's let's look at that a little bit. From the beginning, took 8 days to get in touch with anyone. Anyone. Yes, thank you, Miss Fletcher. Please, please use allegedly or in my opinion. Yes, Steph, I certainly will. Just remind me here at the end, my dear. No problem. So just please do that, because we cannot say for a fact that anyone is involved. All we can do is um, assess what they have said from interviews, what they have alleged uh, has happened themselves, and the history. That's all we can do, right? They put a stand in Dolly. Awesome. That's good. That's awesome. Um, but so look what was going on in the house. Not according to anyone other than what the feet were saying, right? The feet themselves were saying their words. Oh, absolutely, Tina. I believe someone knows something. I don't think a 15-year-old, in my opinion, gets out of the house undetected, not been seen in 6 months, nothing on a camera, doesn't like to be dirty. Oh, I agree with that, JJ Johnson. I agree with that. I don't think so really either, to be quite honest with you. But, you know, so barefooted or anything else, using their words with the things they have stated themselves, their words. Not a quote, but Sebastian thought he was going to get me kicked out of my house. Sebastian thought he was going to get me kicked out of my house. I mean, if you weren't there since the 5th, then that's a long time not being there. Well, we're going to get to that, Linda. We're going to get to that. Trust. We're going to get that. We're going to get to that. Right? Sebastian thought he was going to get me kicked out of my house, constantly putting a child down. When asked about his strengths and his weaknesses, first was weaknesses, what they considered weaknesses, on top of weaknesses, and then having to be reminded about his strengths, which I've rarely heard. I don't even know if I'm trying to think of anyone who has had someone missing and put them down. Um, I didn't, Miss Kirby. No, if you can copy and paste, it's moving so fast. It's hard for me to see, honey. I'm sorry. Right. Let me look at my notes here. You know, um, the media asked several times in the first 7, 8 days. Nothing. It's so important for parents to get out in front of the media in the first 7 or 8 days. And that it goes for Seth too, to be fair. However, 7 or 8 days, which is right around when the police started saying they are drawing back on the search. And as Nick Barris, according to Nick Barris, said, quote, and a real possibility of foul play is being looked at. Now, to be fair, law enforcement has not said that anyone is a suspect or anything to that right degree. Marigold, thank you so much for 5 months, my dear Cassie. Thank you, sweeties, as well. Thank you both. Beth wanted FBI. Did Chris or Katie want FBI? I don't know. I don't know. We're going to get to the 911. Yeah. The non-911 call. The non-911 call. Going to get to that. Until the 7th or 8th day, right? Do they look for a child walking off or being abducted? I'm asking. In a landfill in Kentucky? Do they look for a child in a landfill in Kentucky? In a whole nother state, it's not possible for a 15-year-old barefoot child to end up in a landfill in another state without help. Or if they were looking for something rather than someone. If Sebastian didn't take anything, right? May have taken a flashlight, but nothing else, not even a coat. And they're not looking for someone in a landfill, but they're looking for something in a landfill. Were they looking for something thrown away? Were they looking for something thrown away? Remember what Nina said? She said that this man was at her house. Was at her. Oh, and not only that, the day Sebastian goes missing was trash day. There's that. One second. Right. But let's talk about this. Remember what Nina said? Someone was throwing or trying to get rid of her son's bed. Remember that? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that. She came home and this man was throwing her child's, she alleges rather, that this man was trying to throw away or give it to a neighbor bed. Yes, Cassie. Right? Okay. Just want to make sure we was on the same page. Right? Getting to my notes. Bear with me, guys. Remember what Mr. Foot said? Let me tell you what to do. If a child don't pick up after his stuff, this is not a quote, go in their room, pick it up for them, and then make them take it outside, throw it in the trash, and take it out to the curb. We throw it away. We throw it away. We throw it away. Right? Thought he was going to get me kicked out of my house. This habit of throwing other people's stuff away. That's not even yours. Right. he said his mother has stopped me before. His mother has stopped me before. Sebastian thought he was going to get me kicked out of my house. How many marriages has this guy been in? Throwing away seems, in my opinion, easy to him. I don't want him around my child. It took Katie some convincing. Remember, Mr. Rogers and Mrs. Foote, they share a child together. And they didn't even speak a lot beforehand. It was Miss Fletcher, God, I pray. I pray to God in heaven. I pray to the Lord in heaven that they figure this out. Whatever happened to this child, just let it be known. Whatever happened, let it be known. Because I've always said that. Mm, men come and go, children are forever. That's right. But not to everyone. Not to everyone. We see it all the time, don't we? I don't want him around my daughter. Well, they had never even been around each other. They had never even been around each other. They had just spoken on, you know, video. It took Katie some convincing to have Sebastian go to, to be moving in with Mr. Rogers, right? Throwing it away, throwing the child stuff away. It seems to be a lot of children's stuff, doesn't it? Now, think about that a minute. This was what Nina alleges is that he was trying to throw her son's bed away. Really? When I arrived to the house, it was very clean as always, but Sebastian SR's room was a disaster. Yes. Reality, love you, Justin. Spit out those facts. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you very much. Got rid of pets too. It just wasn't pets. This was, how old was Sebastian when Mr. Rogers and KK divorced? And why boys things? Well, I don't know, but it's it's just interesting to me. I just found this interesting that it was constantly, not only does Nina allege that he was throwing or giving away, allegedly giving away a child's, her son's bed, but also Mr. Foote has stated that this is what you do. They don't want to clean their room. You go in there and clean it for them. You take out everything that's out, you put it in a bag, you hand it to them. They walk it out to the trash and they take it out to the curb. Now, mom has stopped me before, right? This is what Nina alleges, and this is what he said. That is not speculation. What he said, what she alleges. Why someone else's, why were you giving away someone else's bed? Interesting. His mother has stopped me before. Sebastian thought he was going to get me kicked out of my house. I don't want him around my child. Took Katie some convincing. The trash ran the same day. They were looking in a landfill. And what does any of that have to do with the bio father that was sitting at his job? Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Now, there's that, right? Nick Bear. Okay. Seth, sorry, I was looking at my notes. Seth was very mad in the beginning when Nick put the light video out. Right. Miss Fletcher says, we don't know, like you said, they could have been looking for evidence, not about. Absolutely. Absolutely. No, yeah. I want to make that clear. I'm not saying remains of any sort. What I'm saying is someone likes to throw stuff away. That's all I'm saying. He tells us, ex-wife alleges, right? You think feathers have been ruffled? Seeing court. You know, I don't know. People's like, you take up for Bullhorn Betty. I do. I really don't. But what I will say is that, I think her mouth gets her in trouble. She says, you know, a lot of things, calling someone an unaliver, that's a problem, right? You can't call someone an unaliver. You can't do that. And that's exactly right. That's exactly right, Lisa. Give credit when credit is due. And that's right. That's right. Not everyone is 100% bad and not everyone is 100% good. And when she does something that is a good thing, by all standards, it should be, putting out flyers or whatever, then what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Uh, Lady for Justice, your analysis spot on, 100% no conspiracy theory. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, Lady for Justice. Very sweet of you, my dear. So there's that. She was held accountable. I think this is probably not even close to over. I think this is, I don't know, guys. Don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess. But we got to get back on Sebastian. You know what I mean? So Seth was very mad in the beginning when Nick put the light video out. Fountain. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna thank you for that. I'll check on it in just a second. I think she's stressed and lets it flow out my mouth. Well, I think she probably. Do you still wear your fishnet shirt that you wore to Quentin's house? Fishnet? Don't really know what that is, Lumpy. Fishnet. Oh, my black? It's not fishnet. Is that what they're called, fishnet? It's like the athletic fishnets, not like the it's like the exercise. I think that's what they mean. I never remember you wearing fishnets. Mesh, I call that. I'm like, God, maybe you probably saw me like years ago. No, I'm just kidding. In fishnets. Yeah, they're like dry fits and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Seth was very mad when the light video came out. This is the time whenever they were all trying to work together. Right? This is when they were trying to work together. Mr. Rogers and the Feet, they were all trying to work together. But the person who originally was mad at Mr. Barris was Mr. Foot. Because remember, at the time, we knew nothing about the car video. We knew nothing about that. We did not have the boat car. We just had Mr. Barris's flashlights. Right? Those, remember when he put it out? We didn't even know like what part of the yard it was in at the time. Thank you, Sunny. We didn't even know. I think even Mr. Barris said that it was in the backyard in a common area. I mean, it technically is the backyard, but when you think of the backyard, you don't think of the way it was. Right. And then the 30-second video came out. And that's when we discovered the car. At the time, we knew nothing about the car video. All we see is in the upper right hand corner of the flashlight video. We didn't have the 30-second clip that we now have today. Seth couldn't even understand at the time even the context of the video. Really, none of us could. Nick was saying there were 2 moving lights, but we had no idea even where the lights were. Some people was saying they were over on the other side where the garage was. Even. Then we got the video that was not supposed to be released. The police themselves even asked Nick, "Hey, where'd you get that video?" And what did he say? "I can't tell you my sources. I am the one that told you how he got it." Check out the tail lights on Brink. Yeah, it's not the Brinks fan. I don't think it's the Brinks fan. I really don't. Guys, we have 1,600 people in here. Let's get to 1,000 likes and we will have a chicken party. It's a mother clucking good time. Just telling you. I am just telling you. If you want a chicken party, you got to get to 1,000 likes. You guys always get us there. You guys always get us there. So, just telling you. Yes, Jennifer. I don't think Seth lied about the trash truck. I think that is the only portion of the video they showed him, in my opinion. Nick does not like any of the drama around the case, and he is not interested in it. I spoke to Nick on Facebook. He's a really nice guy. He is a really nice guy. However, I will say that he was the one who put the video out. He was the one that put the video out. And he said, you know, that sources close to me say that the mere fact that someone is, or someone or someone's outside the home, what is the mere fact is the mere fact that someone is outside the home is significant. Yes, he put the video out. He can't. So, there's that. I don't really know how I feel. He's really been the only one on this case, which is interesting. I know the woman that gave him the video, she was mad at him on Facebook after It wasn't too long ago, actually. She was mad. But anyway. All right, let me find my notes here. Yeah, we only see that 30, or we only see that few second clip. We didn't get the 30-second clip, and we just see the lights moving. We had no idea even where the lights were. Then we got to the video that wasn't supposed to be released. The police wanted to know how Nick got the video. But what gets me, I know there are people that are saying, and it's everyone's right to have their opinion, whatever. You have your right. Please use some logic, though. That's the other thing I ask. Please use some logic. Please think it through. Think it through. That's what I try to do, right? I try to think it through. Now people are talking about, let me see here. There is, this is new. The FBI. We're going to get to something very important. If you have any information concerning the whereabouts of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, please call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Right? Maybe that wasn't what it was I was looking for. Okay. Bear with me 1 second. It is. But anyway, it's they're saying, how were they putting the words? I thought I had it pulled up. But anyway, you know, if you find, you know, leading to his whereabouts, there's been no confirmed leads on his whereabouts, no confirmed sightings at all. What were the words that they used? Information leading to the location and return, or to the, quote, arrest and conviction of those responsible for his disappearance. Information leading to the location and return, quote, end quote, quote, or to the arrest of conviction of those responsible for his disappearance, end quote. That's interesting.
Sebastian Rogers. This morning, the FBI announced they're offering a $50,000 reward for information in the case. The 15-year-old was last seen at his home in Hendersonville 6 months ago today. Peyton Kennedy has been reporting on this case from the very beginning. She is live now outside the Sumner County Courthouse, where a group has gathered to keep Sebastian's name top of mind. Peyton.
And Nicole, when this group learned about that $50,000 reward, they cheered and said progress like that is what they have been pushing for. The FBI is asking for information leading to the location and return.
Hold on, can you see the Bedra back there? Is she back there?
This group learned about that $50,000 reward, they cheered and said progress like that is what they have been pushing for. The FBI is asking for information leading to the location and return of Sebastian, or the conviction and arrest of those responsible for his disappearance. Right now, there are about 15 people outside the Sumner County Courthouse who are advocates for bringing Sebastian home. They prayed together and are standing with signs showing Sebastian's Amber Alert, calling themselves Sebastian's Army. This case has captured the local community and the nation. I spoke with a woman who has a true crime social media platform and has been following Sebastian's story like so many. She says she's worried the focus has moved away from Sebastian and strayed into drama, but she's hopeful that this reward will bring more details to light.
I think there's a lot of attention, but not in the right positive way. It seems clear to a lot of people that this child didn't just walk out of his house and he didn't just disintegrate in thin air. And our opinions are that a few people have more
Got a question. Did anyone notice Betty's lip today? Her lip. Something's wrong with her upper lip. Sunscreen? It looks like she got lip filler. Betty, are you being one of us Democrats? Honey. She was yesterday, her lips were, she said yesterday her lips were dry. She's very funny. She said her lips were really chapped yesterday. Well, so was her ass, but you know, that's another story. It's from the shadow. No, it's like, I think she is Soldier Girl, because that's what it is. It's the jail air conditioning. They don't have air conditioning, do they? Dry air in jail. It's awful. No, she's not in jail. She's out. She has lost weight. Anyway. All right. Sorry.
Information than what they're saying. And, you know, we're keeping that also in the spotlight.
If you have any information, you can call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office or 1-800-TBI-FIND, as well as your local FBI office. Live in Gallatin, Peyton Kennedy, News 2.
All right, bye, Lisa. Have a good day, honey. Bye-bye. All right. She was acting strange yesterday. She quiet for the most part, which isn't normal for her. She was acting strange. Well, I mean, you know, she's been through a lot. She really has. Did law enforcement announce any news to Seth? They're not going to say anything. Okay, Lumpy, you're going to leave now. I don't know why. One second. All right, so now we're going to get to the part. Have you ever seen a reward for someone who walked out of their house? Have you ever seen Nope. How can you send me a text? At my number. Fountain. Got it. I got it taken care of. I just texted my mother-in-law. She's got it. That's who it was. I haven't seen it, have you? I've not. 6 months, $50,000, 3 years, nothing. Interesting. It is. I mean, I think it was a great thing that they did today. I think it's a great thing they did today. You guys know, anytime anyone is putting out flyers, oops, what'd I do? Searching, anything like that, that's credit should be given to them. Those responsible. I don't know, her lip just looked different. We're almost at 1,000. We get to have a chicken party. That said so much. Read carefully. Which one, Bet Girl? Which one? I'm trying to find the last seen February 26th in the area of Stafford Court. He was wearing... Okay. If anyone has information concerning the whereabouts of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, please contact the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838 or the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation at 1-800-TBI-FINE or tips to TBI at tbi.tn.gov. You can also contact your local FBI office, the nearest American embassy or consulate rather, or you can submit a tip online. Field office is Memphis. Memphis is the field office. That's interesting as well. Arrest and conviction. That is worded directly to the perpetrators. If I were the Prouds, I would be. I don't know. Are you going live later, Josh? BHP has... oh. Okay. All right, let's continue now. So, I have not seen the FBI ever issue... What, Ms. Curry? Oh, good, Josh. Good. I have not seen the FBI ever issue a reward for a missing, or for a child that walked off, rather. Never. Nope. Sure haven't. But going back to that video, then later, Mr. Rogers and the feet went with they went, remember when Seth said they went to the TBI, and that's when they told, Seth says they told him that the video was a trash truck. Well, there was a trash truck that went down that road. We do know that. In my opinion, they didn't want that video out. I don't even know if that car video was even out yet then or not. But Seth said on another platform that they showed him that it was the trash truck. Now, you know, I pray that no, I got the water fountain taken care of, Soldier Girl. Thank you, my dear. Listen, I pray for a resolution in this. Sebastian could be alive. I think statistically, the probability of that is next to none, to be quite honest with you, in my opinion, and statistically. Right. Good to see you, darling. Take care. You know, when watches that he cannot stand when you go. Oh, really? Didn't know that. FBI knows something, or that maybe someone will come forward that does know, and money may change their mind coming forward. I don't know. Did we hit 1,000 likes? If we hit 1,000 likes, we get a chicken party. Yeah, DNA. That's there's a lot of negativity. You're right. We hit 1,000. All right. Are you ready, mother chickens? Let's have a chicken party.
Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Grace!
Give me sugar, water, more.
Oh, your skin is hanging off your bones.
Edgar, your skin is hanging off your bones.
Oh, yeah.
Edgar, your skin is hanging off your bones. Edgar. Edgar, come on, Edgar. What's the problem, Edgar? Yay to the 1,000. Thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up. Ninny. That's Men in Black. Men in Black. We love Men in Black. Number one. Thank you so much, my love. Just want to send some love. Thank you for doing this. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Really do appreciate you. Oh, Barbara, sorry I missed that. I apologize. Come on, getting ready for Mother Cluckers. Thank you, my dear. Really appreciate you. Allegedly with Brittany. I love you. Woo, woo, woo. Love you too, my dear. Thank you for 5 continuous months. Appreciate that. All right. So there's that. I don't, I understand that people, how do we get this done? How do we get this done for other cases? Stephanie, what do you mean? Get what? Get what done, my dear? What was that? I'll do some call-ins too, if you guys want. I want to just show you this as well. We've seen it a lot, but I think it's important. I think it's really important. In my opinion, this case is a giant farce. No evidence. Now evidence. Sebastian, we have not forgotten you. What do you mean no evidence, now evidence, my dear? What do you mean that? That is true. FBI did offer. Gotta fix my mic 1 second. Clutch your pearls.
Hey, Justin.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to go back a little bit before all this excitement started up.
Okay.
When BHB had and Seth had started this voices and vigil
I need you to I need you to speak up, my dear.
When all this started up with Zeth and BHB on these voices and vigils, when she was advertising stuff like that on her panel, I had seen that as she was talking about all that stuff, that she had mentioned to her moderators and her audience that it would be real nice for everybody around the United States to call into these autism schools, camps, just everybody start hitting them, and don't ask if they have them. Just ask, do they had they seen the post about the missing child, Sebastian Rogers?
Mm-hmm.
If you have not, can you look it up online? That way they can look, and if that child is in one of these centers, then they will be alerted to it without being asked.
Are you
And that's when
are you suggesting like he would be in a school or something?
Well, now I'm just catching what she had to say was that when she wanted her people over there and her moderators when she was doing this, getting ready for the vigils and this, the whole thing, she had mentioned about people starting to call. These like behavioral schools, which of course that gave me hope that they're thinking maybe he is, okay. Well, then I thought, well, I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the people were starting to call. Then the upset happened real quick, and that kind of went down by the wayside. So I'm asking you, did it ever get to your audience throughout the same thing?
Someone said Justin Bullhorn, Betty asked for sending flyers to Sebastian School. That is a wonderful idea. That's a wonderful idea. It's a wonderful idea to send flyers anywhere, in my opinion. That's really good. Give her credit for that, So
that would start, if you don't want a child found, then all this stuff has actually hit the fan when that third option was in there that she had gave along with that vigil and the, what those two events.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but then everything just seems like it was the next day. Mm-hmm. There was a big blow up.
Right.
So I don't know how far they got, but it was one way to get it spread far and wide quickly.
Right. Hey, dear.
See if they don't have to tell you at the centers. You just got to mention it to them.
Right. Okay, I'll look into that. So hey, dear, I'm going to have to let you go. I'm getting several calls. More. Okay, so I'll holler at you later. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, doll.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, I didn't get it in time. I want to show you something, Barb. Thank you so very much. I like your name, Barb. Let's see. 1 second. Cassie, how are you, darling?
I'm darling. I sent you a text.
Oh.
This started off at allegedly innocent, Jules.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's not very long, but at the rally when they did the prayer and everything, it is so creepy. It shows exactly how orchestrated Tony is, and without even Seth knowing it. It is so creepy.
What do you mean?
He instructs Seth to stand in front of Tony, and and Seth and Tony behind Seth's back looks over at the other lady, and she has no idea what's going on either. And he's like telling the lady to put her arms around Seth, so they could get the perfect picture. And Seth's not knowing exactly what's going on. Watch it. Watch the clip. And it's slowed down every day. Allegedly Innocent does a great job at it.
Mm-hmm.
It is so creepy.
Yeah, I mean, it might, those things might be creepy, and I'm not a fan of Tony really, but it just doesn't have a lot to do with Sebastian, though. You know what I mean? It might be weird, but does it help find Sebastian? Weird people or weird things. I'll look at it and then did you send it to me?
Yeah, I texted to you.
Okay.
It just goes to show how he just is doing things without Seth knowing about it, and it's just Tony, and it's just
right.
Seth needs to open his eyes.
Oh, I mean,
things are going on around him.
Listen, I agree. With But this is the thing. I'm not a big fan of Tony. I think things kind of went to hell when Tony came in. But
this is just another example, and it's like blatant. It's not. If you look at it, you'll see exactly what he's doing. You'll see exactly what he's doing. I got the timestamp and everything.
got you.
Okay.
All right, I'll look at it.
I'm glad for the reward, but
Me too.
I have a feeling, and I'll tell you right off the bat, and I don't care. I just don't care.
Tell us, Cassie.
I think.
Said, tell us, Cassie.
Okay. Well, I think Chris hired Tony in the first place to make Seth look bad because everybody was on his side and everybody was praising him and trying to help him. And I believe that Tony is involved somehow with Chris to sabotage Seth. And I also believe that when it comes down to it, about bottom fact, I do believe that Tony will somehow try to find a way to pin that on somebody or say something to get that reward. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
All right, my dear. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, honey. PJ, thank you so very much, my dear. Really appreciate that. Tell Dolly we are praying for him. We are praying for all of you. God, that was shocking to me. Like last night, he was in. He was. Had a heart attack. Thank you for calling, caller.
Yeah.
Hello.
My name is Cosette. Yes. Cosette.
Uh-huh.
And I'm calling because they're all giving Bullhorn Betty a bad rap.
Right.
I mean, I don't have anything against her.
Right.
And it's funny that after they arrested her and everything, the FBI come out with a reward for whoever's got information on the little boy.
Yeah, I mean,
So
today was 6 months though. Today was 6 months though. So, I think it was the date that this happened. It was just the date. It was 6 months, and so that's when they wanted to see if they could get some movement.
Right. I understand that. But it's funny, she went, and then all this about the FBI come out. So, and I hope the little boy's found. I pray for him all the time.
Yeah.
I've watched it every day. Every day. And I mean, something's just not right,
I agree. Something's definitely not right. Something is definitely not right.
Well, thank you for listening to me, and God bless you.
God bless you, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, TJ, he's needed. Did he have a stint yet? Did he have a stint done? He should feel a lot better after this. Like he should really feel a lot better. And all that. You just never know. I mean, my dad literally fell over with a heart attack and died. Take good care of yourselves, people. Take good care of yourselves. You got one life, and it is fleeting always. Fleeting always. Right? Yes, he had stints instantly. He called in 19 minutes. He got in. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's good, PJ. I'm glad to hear that. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Well, hell, where to go? Okay, here we go.
It's a 15-year-old missing child. He's my son.
Okay. All right. Is there any more video than that? Let's see if there's more video than that. I feel terrible. If not, I'll read it, but I thought there might be a video to it. Let me see here. All right, I showed the Betty one. Let's see here. Kids fun. Okay, so I want to talk about that. You know, the human leg thing that's going around? The rumor is going around again. And the leg that they are talking about is from May 6th. It was when those young boys were fishing. Yes. It's old. It's very old. It's from months. From May 6th, 2024. Yeah, and the bone at St. Jude, there is a it's on like an old burial ground. So they moved. It was the oldest burial ground in Memphis, and it was moved a long time ago. But back then, you didn't get everything. Okay, send an email. Yeah, left behind. Yeah. So it's just a recycled rumor, is what it is, in my opinion. Yes. Yeah. Right. I mean, someone sent me this, and wanted fbi.gov/wanted/kidnap / Sebastian. Yeah, has. So let's talk about that a second, because that brings me to next point.
From Mimi.
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Am I actually talking to you because I'm watching you at the same time?
So what you do is just talk to me through the phone, and don't watch me while you're talking to me, because it'll confuse you. It'll confuse you. You're live because it's a delay. There's a delay between there's like a 10-second or so delay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm calling to say that you're the only person that I watch. Your integrity is impeccable.
Oh,
and your
you.
viewers need to take your lead. And I'm saying this with a few letters after my name, a background in mental health and law enforcement. So I really want to encourage your viewers to take your lead and follow your integrity, your humility, your compassion, and your goodness.
Wow.
And that's all I wanted to call and say.
Thank you so much. That's very, very, very sweet of you.
Well, it's honest. Okay. God bless you.
Thank you, my
Have a
dear.
great
God
day.
bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. That's very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. Thank you, caller. So one thing that I wanted to speak about that, people are speaking about, well, Sebastian may have been kidnapped, right? And I want to be clear, we have no idea 100% what happened to Sebastian, okay? But there are some intriguing things that we do know about. Caller sounded like the FBI lady. I don't know. Guys, I'm gonna have to. My phone's doing a freaking update, so that's great. That's great. Just give it a second. So phone lines are off a second, and it'll still give me time to speak on this. Now, I personally believe there is foul play. That is my opinion. I think the fact that there is not a lot of evidence is a very big problem, right? So let's talk about this. I know that people have been speaking about the car and the flashlight video. We did speak about it earlier. But what I want to say is, saying that could be someone. Yes, I do, Jennifer, but I believe that they will not speak to me because they don't. It's not supposed to be out, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. People's like, well, that could be something that he could have been kidnapped from. Right there. Well, I have a problem with that personally. Well, not personally, but in my opinion, I guess you could say. And that is, one person drove in that car, at least one person. One person drove in that car, at least. Car, truck, that vehicle. Pulled up, right? Got out of the vehicle. Went to the common area. Yeah, we'll get to that moment. Yep. Went to the common area. 2, we see 2 flashlights of some sort. Something giving a illuminating 2. They come back to the vehicle. Around the vehicle for a moment, a minute or so. One person goes running back toward the common area. One person goes there, two comes back, one goes back. So tell me how that means that if someone was kidnapped and that video is related to Sebastian going missing, if it is related to Sebastian going missing, which 3 hours after that video, there is a non-911 call of a non-911 call of a missing child. So in my opinion, it has something to do because they're not parked in any particular area visiting somewhere at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not a place where you just visit at 3 o'clock in the morning and you don't walk through backyards. So if someone was kidnapped and that is related, well, then someone in that house would have to know. They would have to know. Because they went back toward the house. Do people not think this through? I mean, you can say, well, yeah, someone might have kidnapped him. Well, when and where? When and where? Because there's not a scent. There is nothing. The only video that we have that all the neighbors have looked through that we know of that could possibly be anything. One second, y'all. Sorry. All right, sorry guys. Yes, we are not here to say anyone is guilty or involved in any way, but we do have questions. And in my opinion, if you would want to stop you know, just any of the, it's been 6 months, right? It's been 6 months. And Mr. Foot says he has, what's the things that family 360 thingy? Right? He said, thank you, PJ. Why not Life 360? Thank you. And, Holly, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, right? I got my notes here. Nobody has a better alibi than Seth. If we know Seth was at work, and we do, plus there is no reason to take his son. No reason. KK and Mr. Foot said, quote, sorry, not quote, scratch that, said, not a quote, but similar. If he wanted, Katie said this rather, if he wanted to go to his dad's, there wasn't a time that he asked that we told him he couldn't go. Seth was getting his son very soon. He moved from a different state to be with his son. Yeah, Robin, that is completely an inaccurate video. Not verbatim. There we go. Not abductions in term used when. That's a very good point, Batgirl. Usually parental abductions is a term used when parents involved is read. Yeah, it'll say, yeah, a parental abduction many times. Absolutely. All right. So we got that as well. Oh, by the way, I wanted to clear something up about the electronics. Because people are still saying that they have not given back Seth's electronics. That is 1000% not the case. They gave back Seth his phone, all of that. All of them had all of their stuff back. The feet and Mr. Rogers had them all back within 2 weeks, except there was one of the old switches from like 2021 that was like in a drawer or something like that they kept a little longer. But let me tell you something. Let's go back to that. Oh, they kept that maybe a little bit longer. Okay. Okay, Robin, thanks for telling us just about nothing. So, I mean, we're having a conversation. We're having a conversation about that. Yeah, JC, we're gonna get to that in just a second too. So when people say, why hasn't they all got their stuff back? Hey, Sleuth Mom. Thanks for. What's wrong with my computer now? Oh. Hold on, guys. Having technical difficulties here. What am I doing? But the phones and all of that, it's been returned. What about the PlayStation? That was the item I was unsure about. He just said that they were all returned. I think it was. Are you sure it was a PlayStation, Sleuth Mom, or the Switch? It might have been that. Not you, Robin. Not you, Robin. Sorry. Sorry if you thought I meant you. All right, let me, guys, mods, please let me know what Sleuth Mom, if she replies to that. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, please don't mention any other creators in chat. Unless if it's something positive, that's fine. But if it's something like negative, like, please it just helps keep it a more positive place and just keeps a lot of the riffraff out that we don't follow. So what was I speaking about? Okay, so there's that. Now, another thing. Why no 911 call? Why a three-way call? Why still can we not get a solid answer, response, statement from someone backing up the stepdad, his alibi? Now, I want to be clear. Do they owe us anything? No. No, they don't. Someone sent me a clip and they said, well, Justin, they don't owe you anything. You're right. They don't owe us a damn thing. They don't owe us a damn thing. But I'll tell you what I would do. I'll tell you what I would do if I was in a position like that. I would definitely try to clear up anything that I could within my power. That way, if I had a Life 360, read it and weep, mother chicken. Read it and weep. Yes. That's it. That's it. They don't owe us anything, but I do think the lack of information creates gaps that we naturally, that is exactly right. Bingo. Fill our own thoughts and speculation. Yes. Yes. That's it. That's it. If not, it will be filled with rumors, right? It will be filled with lies. It will be filled with something, right? It will be filled with something. So there's that. So there's that. Okay. Let me read my notes here. Why was the job up in the air? 360 you can't argue with. That's right. That's right. And he claimed that him, his wife, his extended family all have 360 together. Thank you, baby kisses. Oh, always late. Listen, if someone was just being, we can respectfully disagree. That's absolutely fine. But just calling someone names or something, we rarely block or even time out anyone, but I trust y'all's judgment. I have the best mods ever. So there's that. But cameras. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I trust me. They were saying I was clickbaiting. New reward, have we forgot, is something brewing. That's clickbait? Damn. Okay. I've been called a lot of things, but never called a clickbaiter. That's for sure. All right. Cool. All right, moving on. So, why was the job up in the air? We can't get a solid. Was he there at 5:30? Was he there at 6:30? Was he there at 7:30? And if you was taking a phone call from your wife at 6:03, well, do you? And he says he was up in the crane at 6:03 when his wife called, and he's trying to talk to her in this ear, and he's getting orders from this ear, and a lot's going on, he says. But that doesn't seem right to be there at 6:03 when allegedly you can't even get in till 7 the next. So that's a problem, in my opinion. Why the job up in the air? Why would your job be up in the air right after your stepson goes missing? That's funny, just Jen. Job up in the air. He works in a crane. It's kind of a good joke, actually. Um, so why is people Okay, guys, please don't mention other creators in here. Please. Please. Unless it is something positive. I just pray. Just that. Dry humor. Okay. So anyway, job up in the air is past behavior and present. All right, let's do a little humor.
Give me sugar, water.
Katie!
Give me sugar, water.
Katie!
Give me sugar, water. More, more, more. More, more.
Oh, your skin is hanging off your bones.
Oh, yeah.
Something that I believe we're privy to. Something that I believe we're privy to. Something that I believe we're privy to.
Katie! Oh, Katie! 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 Oh, Katie! 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 Oh, Katie! Katie!
Well said, Trishy. I err on the side that aligns with those like us who research cases and listen to criminal expert opinions and really dig into details and look at the patterns of behavior, common sense, etc. Trishy gets the comment of the day. Precisely. And what do the behavioral analysis say? The statement analysis say? The people who have been or in law enforcement, or what do they all say? I haven't left the house. Haven't left the house. Right? There's nothing? What do you mean there's nothing? Cluck baiting us. That's funny. Right? Right. Well, and then there's Pat Brown. And then there is what's oh god. I forget. Peter Hyatt. There we go. We're not pervy to that. 3.5 plus 0.5 hours, 9.5 hours, 9 p.m. to 6:20 a.m., 9.20 hours with only 10 minutes to spare. So, yes, there's that as well. That could be a possibility. Yes. With, yeah. And what's the other statement word analysis, statement analysis? And I've taken his class. I can't even think of his name right now. Chris has him on a lot. Blonde. Steve Johnson. Thank you. Steve Johnson. He's amazing. Amazing. Okay, someone sent this to me. Thank you for that. Why is it not showing me now? It's taking me to weather. All right, I want to show y'all. Have y'all seen? I am on a tilt-a-whirl. Sebastian Rogers' father devastated 6 months after son's disappearance. Why can I not? Why is it not playing the video? I don't understand. Why is it not? Is there more of a video? I don't understand. It's Fox 17. There's no video that loads, though. Coming up at 5 to what's past 5:30 there. Maybe someone else is saying. Okay. Yeah, Jennifer Coffendorfer, she says, yeah. Yeah, Steve Johnson's great. Steve Johnson's great. Dolly had a heart attack. Dolly had a heart attack. Okay. Where's my notes? So we got that. Now, why was your job up in the air? Why the police didn't want a polygraph from me because they know where they knew I was at work. Why? 1 second, y'all. Sorry. Okay. All right. So why did he say that about the polygraph? Why tell Nancy, name the time and place, I'll take a polygraph, and then says, well, they will give me a polygraph now after he does this national interview, and he says he'll do the polygraph. And then when they ask him to take the polygraph, he says, well, the TBI will give me the polygraph now. They won't do a polygraph to entertain you. If they wanted a polygraph from you, right, they would have asked you. But then you're saying, well, they don't want one from me because they knew where I was at. They're not going to do it just to entertain you. They're not going to waste their time and their resources if they want a polygraph. Or if they don't want a polygraph, rather. So what changed? Why no polygraph? If the when asked on day 7 or 8, maybe 10, somewhere around there, Did you take a polygraph? Passed. Yes. Passed. Third time. Did you take a polygraph? No, wait a minute. I didn't say who passed. Now, come on, people. Why would someone do that? Why does there have to be a layer, right, of it feels like deception, semantics? Why the semantics? Why the semantics? Gaslighting? Word games? Right? He says, I didn't say who took one. Why not say, I didn't take one, but she did, and she passed? Why not just say that? Why just say passed? Very interesting. That seems, in my opinion, especially that's exactly right, reality. You want to hear the only person we know that has taken a lie detector test and asked if he did anything with Sebastian, has anything related to this that we know about publicly and passed by a FBI, former FBI agent of some sort that did polygraphs, is Seth. Is Seth. And people are saying, oh, well, he might have had, one of his prison buddies do it. Or anything related. That is true. Serial unalivers can pass polygraphs. There are ways. Yes. There are ways. But he took it on national television, right? Came back. To me, it's not even so much that you passed or you failed necessarily. It's the fact that you did it. You did it. But why he was going to get him? What do you mean, Mary? You mean Seth was going to get him? I agree that, yeah. Dolly is okay. He's okay. PJ was just in here a little bit ago. She's obviously having a rough time and they need prayers for sure. Yes. Yes. Also, Justin, what is interesting, there is no proof of life after KP and Sebastian was seen leaving Texas Roadhouse. That is true. That is true. Served 200. He was never trained to pass the polygraph. That's good. That's good. I mean, I guess it depends on what. I mean, I think probably if you work for like maybe the CIA or something, they might. I didn't know if it was a typo or she was just being like, like funny. Like, my husband was in the army 267 years. Since 1776, he knew Georgie. Oh boy, Georgie Washington. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. Seth has no motive at all. No. Justin, the search group that is willing to help Seth only if he's cleared. Why is that? Why would they help him knowing he passed polygraph? Because they do not want to step on law enforcement, and they don't want to, even if you pass a polygraph, they want you to be cleared by law enforcement. That way they're not hindering the investigation. Them not searching and leaving the state shortly after, come on, it's common sense. I mean, I think so too. I mean, Seth wasn't the one that, packed up and left. Yeah. Okay. What is the saying? The naked truth is always better than a best dressed lie. And what does the saying go? A half truth is a whole lie. But these people are, the thing about it is, I think some people associate Seth with Tony or Betty, and they don't like one or the other. And so they completely change their entire belief system and forget about what they have said themselves. Right? Something he could clear. Seth can return to work as soon as his doctor lets him. I mean, he should be going back to work pretty soon. I mean, I think it's probably time for him to go back to work. Seth, if you are in here, why wouldn't they show you video from India, the restaurant? I need to know. Was it an Indian restaurant? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I don't really care about people make a big deal about the money he collected or whatever. Listen, I gave to it. I gave quite a bit. And I give out of my heart when I give. I just give out of my heart. That's what I do. I give, and God knows. And I know we didn't do anything to his son. Me too. Me too. I just give from my heart. God knows. God knows. And that's all I care about. That's it. Miss Criminal, that's an excellent question. What is the excellent question? Oh, I can take calls now if anybody wants to call. I forgot. I need to finish this. All right. What was I going to say? The light video, in my opinion, how can this be a kidnapping if we see in the video a car pulling up, guy or person getting out of the car, going in the common area, two people coming back to the car area, doing something around the car, and then one person running back. If one person is running back, then that means someone from the common area would allegedly know. Think about it, people. Look this up. Fix 35 News out of Orlando, Florida. Madeline Soto's mom admits to knowing Steven Stearns was grooming. Oh, son of a brick. He's awful. Oh, Trishy. That's sweet. When the money leaves me, it becomes the property of the person. Yeah, I've never been one. I just like when I give, I give. That's just it. Seth should seek medical advice to see if he can return to work and post the results. I don't think post the result, their medical history. Anybody? Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda.
Yeah. I'll be real quick. The other night when we were watching and we got the phone call about Smiley's mom.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
And you had to leave because you got very upset. But anyway, you were showing us pictures that girl that does all the overlays and different kind of things. And she was showing us pictures of faces that were out there in the light.
Uh-huh.
And we quit because you left. Did you ever finish showing those pictures?
Thank you, R. Taylor. You're talking about like where the car video is?
Yeah. And the lady that does all the different things with, I don't know how she does it, but she does all the stuff with the pictures, and you could see a body, somebody walking, and she was showing some faces that were down in the left-hand bottom of the picture, but we couldn't finish it because it was, you left.
Right.
I didn't know if you know what I was talking about. If we go back to looking at those.
Yeah, I can show you it. I can show you again, sure. If you want.
I didn't know if you finished it or not.
Yeah.
I don't think you came back that night. I don't know. But okay.
Yeah,
That's all I wanted to know.
All right, honey.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. Oops, sorry. All right. Phone lines are open. Only thing I don't give to money is homeless, but I buy any food. I have a story about that. I'll tell you one of these days. There you go. Nothing changes. Aren't tribal lands federal? No, they're owned by the tribe, aren't they? Is it federal? Food for thought. Justin, do you think there is reward now because FBI knows Sebastian won't be found? I understand that, Grace. Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. How many FBI offices are there in Tennessee? I just thought it was interesting. That's what I thought. Yeah, I didn't think they were federal because they don't have to pay taxes or any, they have their own rules and stuff on there. I'll show you, Debbie. I'm gonna do a video soon. Clutch.
Yes, hi Justin. This is Ginger Fincher again.
Hey Ginger, how are you, honey?
Fine. I sit and I listen to you every single day, every time you're on, and I wanted to let you know what I think. This is just in my opinion.
Sure.
I think. I'm sorry, honey. If I was a police officer, I would be doing the same thing that the police was doing. I mean, just imagine. If you're not guilty, they're not going to want any information from you. You're out hunting, like Seth. Now they're talking to Katie and Chris. Why is that? They want as much information as they can get.
Uh-huh.
And look how Chris acts. He knows so much about the case, he's the only one talking. Why is that? He knows so much about the case. They ride around in the police car. Why is that? Because they want as much as they can get with him on their little body cams and everything else, saying as much as they can get him to say. They know what's going on. We know what's going on. And you have had it right all along. I love you, Justin. I'll go ahead and let you go. I'll give you my opinion.
Thank you, my dear. Appreciate ya.
Love you, Justin.
Love you too. Bye-bye. All right. Good call. I just thought it was interesting that it was in Memphis. And I'm walking in Memphis. CP says he'll never be found. Well, he actually said that the best part about it, where was that? The best part about it is that he has managed to not leave any sort of evidence. Now, I think that it's the main building. The main building. Looks like the closest tribal land to Tennessee is northern Oklahoma. That's a bit of ways, isn't it? I'll be in Memphis on Friday. My beloved guidance, in whom I am well pleased. How are you?
Hello, my love. So good to hear your voice.
It's good to hear you.
So my mind
definitely went into the tin foil cap today. Once
Ooh.
I had the whole consulate comment on the flyer.
Oh.
So I started digging because I used to have a whole series that I would have come out every day of like a pre-made video of like the top FBI missing.
Right.
Well, my mind started wandering, and I was like, an American consulate, that's an embassy for us. I started going down the rabbit hole of, do they think she could be overseas or across lines, country lines, state lines, what it may be. And then I started going into ones that I've covered in the past. And I realized it never caught on, but now that's the verbiage that's in all of the flyers.
Yes.
For the FBI missing. So it's not just specific to Sebastian.
I was hoping you was going to say that. So. Okay, good.
Right, because my mind started going every which way.
Yeah.
Like thinking it, because I'm like, I don't remember that. I remember local field office,
Yes.
local LE, U.S. Marshals.
Yes, these are federal governments where you can always seek refuge. No matter where you're at, if you are an American or you know American information, if it's a missing person, like if you are anywhere in the world, you go to that American consulate, you are safe, right? They are there to protect you, right?
Or even say somebody that knows out of seas, overseas of what's gone on, they can go to the American consulate and give their information or submit their tip as well. It could go a multitude of ways. But it came to my attention today that I'm curious of when they added that verbiage. Because I've always seen the local field office, I've never noticed the American consulate. But it is on every poster on their website now, which I think is a good thing because, God forbid, anybody is taken overseas or cross borders, it's in the database anyway. So they know to go to their nearest consulate. But I just wanted to clarify that because my mind started wandering and I wanted to debunk that right away.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
That helps with anybody because I know people were asking about it and I've been asking about it, and so I did my own little research while I was listening in.
Yeah. Michelle, good question. Justin, can FBI question of Seth themselves since saying kidnapped? I don't know. Maybe I was reading that wrong. I don't know what you mean by that.
And to go on native land, they go by the BIA instead of like the CIA, Bureau of Indigenous
Association. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's association. That's who heads over it, and it's their main government is out of Oklahoma. But they're their own government.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard people asking about that.
Exactly.
I don't know what else.
Yeah, law enforcement needs tribes' permission. Yes, because they have their own. You know, a lot of people, you know, if you know if they're indigenous, you know, if they'll run there because they, you know, can't really do anything. It's like running to a different country almost, you know.
Yeah, you really need to be high up there to be able to get permission to get across into the BIA for permission.
Yeah.
And
I did.
I want to say
Jiggy.
that unaliving in Oklahoma was close to that area. I think it was in Okmulgee, but they were invited in because of that. Do you remember that when that guy had the handcuffs and the chains and everything in Okmulgee, Oklahoma?
No.
He unalived like 5 other people. It was like
Oh, yes, yeah. Was that with like a junkyard or something like that? He had a junkyard. Yes.
That was on native land, technically. Because they have their own hospital, their own paramedics, their own cops. They have their own system.
Wow. Interesting.
If anybody wanted to go and hide, that would be a decent place to go and hide.
Yes.
If you have connections there, that is.
Nikki McCain, missing mom, husband's family was high up in local trouble. She is still being treated for DV wounds in ER. I did a live on Nikki McCain. I'm pretty sure. Wasn't she at a casino?
That seems so familiar.
Yes. Yes, she's beautiful. We did a live. I need to her husband is a psycho. Very much like her husband is a psycho. Psycho very much, in my opinion, like Christopher. But I digress. I'll show it to you here.
You know, when you play that, now I think of Carmelita.
Yeah, me too. I do too. I swear to God, I do. Every time I play that, I think of Carmelita. Something is bugging me, Mr. Pincus says. This is who she is. Hey there, it's Governor Pincus. Otherwise, something has been bothering me for a long time. When the sighting of Sebastian, North Carolina, I think, and you ended up going there and visiting. If you pull up the picture, the kid that is by him has the exact same shoes and outfit as the cousin of his in a picture in school where Sebastian is by a trophy and the boy is laying on the floor. I can't find that picture of the shoes. I'll look at it.
I just remember seeing that kid back of his head, more so focused on the female that was in that picture.
What's that?
I remember seeing the back of a kid's head, like the back of them, but I know everybody focused on the female more so in that picture.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that, I don't know what the hell is wrong with this. I'm still trying to find that Seth interview. It's only 4 seconds.
From where?
The interview that he did today.
Oh, today?
4 seconds. Oh, I got it. I think I did. That was like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. That was crazy. I don't even know people. Yeah. $50,000. I hope something is, he's going to be found soon.
Me too. What's your thoughts on? Did you think they were going to release other information, or are you surprised by this at all?
I was hoping they would release more information, but I wasn't surprised that they didn't. No. This is Tennessee we're dealing with. Where
you got a good point there.
This is Tennessee. Nothing is like Tennessee. Justin, I know some are sweating right now, in my opinion. I wonder. I kind of wondered that myself, Miss Grace. Kind of wondered that myself. I'm like, I wonder if, you know, someone's, having a little problemo tonight. Don't know. We'll see. Time will tell, right? Time will tell.
Always does, even though it's moving
Thank you,
slowly.
Smikes. Lord, is it ever? God, is it ever? But I mean, a lot of these cases, it takes over a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years in some cases.
Yeah,
So,
that is true.
all right, my dear, someone else is calling. Let me answer it. Love ya. Thanks for calling. Bye bye.
Call from Nana's Dragon.
Nana,
Hello, my sweetheart.
how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was sick yesterday, but I'm fine today.
Oh, glad you're feeling better.
It's okay. You get those things. So I have a question. I don't know if you can help me with this.
Sure.
I would love to start a petition for all states, because we've been following these cases for a while. For all states, when we have a missing child, no matter how they're missing, the FBI is in it from day one. How do I go about this? I would spend all my time on this.
Well, you need.
Because I've been saying this since summer well. The FBI needs to be involved from the day one.
You need to speak with your local congressman or congresswoman if you want to make that federal. That would be, and that needs to be done. That absolutely needs to be done. It needs to be considered. I don't know about FBI, but it needs to be considered the, like you're going when a child is missing, it needs to be considered a crime instantly, not just that they walked off. There needs to be two parallel types of, yes, Ebony, investigations.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I mean, you can't say a child ran away. Yes, they could have, but we have so many missing children out there that it's just TBI taking care of it. And I really want to get involved in this. And I hope that if I do get this petition, that you all will put it out there on your channel so we can get as many people to sign this.
Of course.
I am so upset with Summers and so upset with this case that FBI didn't get involved in the beginning, and they lost a lot of information that they could have got on these children.
Yeah, I think I would find your state representative, particularly the one that you kind of look at their backgrounds and see which ones kind of what they help introduce, and write them. They will write you back. I promise you that. I mean, right. So you could talk to Lindsey Graham, write his office. I had to contact a state senator a few years ago when my father-in-law was very ill, not expected to live, and I needed to get visas, and they weren't doing it in time. It was during the time of the virus, and I contacted my congressman, and he pulled some stuff for us. And so they really do. I mean, you pressure them enough, they want to make you happy because you're voting for them, right?
They're all out there. Nana's gonna be face on the case.
Yes.
I am going to do this because I have been so upset with these cases that it takes 6 months to get FBI to get involved, and they really, and not that FBI is the best, but they can pull a lot of records that TBI can't, and try to find these children.
Yeah, well, they have more money and more resources. This is the federal, like it's as good as it gets.
Well, I won't keep you. I know you have other callers. I was just
You're
curious
fine.
because I don't come to work.
No, that's a great question. That's a great question. I would contact Lindsey Graham.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I know. So I'll,
yeah.
I'm way into politics here lately. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I love you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Will you have a good night?
You too, my dear. All right, honey. All right. Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. People need to contact Mercia Blackburn. Yeah. Well, you can even go to the CIA website, and they have special agents even in the CIA as well. It's on their website. I actually did a live on it once. Yeah, but something, it takes one person with the passion and the determination and just the sheer willpower to not accept no as an answer to make it happen. You've got to be mad enough. You got to be, not willing to accept no. No door, make one. Go through a damn window. Right? It's motivation. Come on. Okay. Let's watch this, kids.
One long nightmare.
The nightmare continues tonight for that man, the father of missing Sumner County teenager, Sebastian Rogers. Today marks 6 months since Rogers disappeared from his home near Beach High School, literally without a trace. Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar now live in the area in Hendersonville where the search stands tonight. Karen?
Scott, today the FBI offered a $50,000 reward. It's the latest attempt to solve a case that's gone cold. The missing boy's father tells me he still has hope his son can be found.
I don't know what's going on, and I'm on a tilt-a-whirl.
Seth Rogers is torn apart. There is still no trace of his 15-year-old son, Sebastian Rogers, who has autism. Investigators say he was last seen on February 26 in the area of Stafford Court in Hendersonville.
It's a 15-year-old missing child. He's my son.
His biological mother, Katie Proudfoot, previously told Fox 17 News she last saw her son Sebastian the night before in their
Right? FBI will not update. The next thing you hear is breaking down the doors.
FBI, open up!
Mother chicken.
FBI, open up!
Knock, knock, knock on the door. It's time for makeup. perfect smile. It's you they're all waiting for, baby. Get a little ahead of myself sometimes. All right, here we go.
Hendersonville home. Sebastian lived with his mother and her husband, Chris Proudfoot. The two did not want to comment. The TBI, who partners with the FBI and the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, told Fox 17 News, quote, "No evidence at this time indicating criminal activity is involved," end quote. Seth tells me the FBI offering a $50,000 reward is great, but wants more from local law enforcement.
I wish that there was.
Yeah, wish KK would have said something today. I was seeing that they were saying, I don't know, there was other channels saying that Seth wasn't there today. And I was thinking, you know who hasn't been to one? One, not one? Do you understand who has not been at one of them? One, not one of them.
Katie! Christopher!
Agencies that were emotionally invested to do their job.
Seth has hired a private investigator to continue looking for his son.
I will not fail my son.
Sebastian Rogers' last sighting was just a block from where I'm standing, and since that last sighting, there hasn't been any trace of him. So the FBI is hoping that that $50,000 reward is enough for someone to come forward with any information on his disappearance. If you do have information, you can contact the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, or you can call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Karen Aguilar, Fox 17 News, your code red station.
Karen, thank you. Of course, Fox 17 News has been there every step of the way in the ongoing search for young Sebastian Rogers. You can see all of our previous reporting for yourself at fox17.com. Just search Sebastian, and be sure to make Fox Nashville, our Facebook page, a favorite for all of our newscasts and the latest video.
Guarantee you, if either one of them went to one of these vigils, guarantee you they would be welcomed with open arms. Open arms. And in my opinion, it would show the community that they're there. Oh, Miss Kirby. They would. Us Americans were like, she's like this. Oh, come here, Muffy. That's us. Seth, a reason for not being there, in my opinion. Yeah. Yet Katie, content creator friend, said she was going to unalive herself if they didn't get Chris's daughter. Who said that, Karen? She was going to unalive herself if they didn't get Chris's daughter. It's true. It's true. Let me tell you something. Like, there's been a few times where, a lot of us YouTubers have gotten together and they absolutely, Mara, go, stop the rumors. Absolutely. I agree with that. So Chris kind of went to one. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But what was it? Oh, like we've all gotten together and a lot of people had tension online, right? They would go after each other. And online or when they get there, it's fine. Oh, it's so nice to meet you. It's so great seeing you. That's why I don't say anything I would never say to someone's face. Clutch.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, I'm a first time caller. My name is Mary.
Hi.
I have a question.
Sure.
The FBI video came out today, and from what I was gathering, they're thinking it's a kidnapping. I wonder if that has anything to do with the Moscow video that was sent to TV.
The what video, honey? It's hard to hear you. It's hard to hear you.
Put a video out with the lights, overlaying it and everything.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And he sent it to the police department.
Mm-hmm.
Because they think it's a kid. Well, a lot of people seem to think it's a kidnapping because the way he did it with the car and the black lights and the overlay. It looked like there were two people walking.
Yeah.
To that car, and the way the dogs did that path.
Mm-hmm.
The
But
front yard too.
mm-hmm. I've spoken to neighbors in that who have seen more, and so this is my thing. If it is a kidnapping, right? If it's a kidnapping, one vehicle pulls up. One person gets out of that vehicle. Then, after they go toward the house in the common area, then after that, there is two people that come back with flashlights. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize. And so one person gets in a car, goes toward the house, two people come back to the car. They're around the vehicle a little bit, and then one person goes running back toward the house. If that is a kidnapping, then that would mean, by that video standards, that one person from that house would have to know.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody is going to walk through the common area and walk into someone's house and taking someone out and then coming back.
Right.
That is not
And there is no scent. There's no scent of him.
Well, there was a scent when you watch Chris's talk that he had with the dog person. They said it went from the front yard to the side yard across the common area.
Yes, that is
and
that.
Then they lost the scent at that road where supposedly that car was parked.
Yes, and that is not a scent of Sebastian. There is no scent at all. Zero, zilch, nada of Sebastian Rogers anywhere. You can call law enforcement. They will tell you that. That is something Chris told others because there was a scent that a dog out of 12 or 14 dogs, 10, 12, 14 dogs, got 1 cent. Now, are you going to trust one dog or are you going to trust 14?
Depends how well the dogs are trained, I suppose.
Well, I mean, law enforcement says there is no scent of Sebastian. There is no trace. There's no scent. There's no footprint. There's no I mean, if that is the case, right? There is multiple cameras that he would have passed by. Why is there nothing?
That's true also, but it was just a thought on that.
Yeah. I that's what I'm saying. I just want people to think it all the way through. Just because he says it, a creator, I say it, just because one of us says it, you think it all the way through. Think it all the way through. Because a lot of people say stuff. A lot of us say stuff, but and trust me, if there's anyone that, CP, in my opinion, definitely wanted their that, in my opinion, narrative to go out. And he is the only person saying that, because even when law enforcement is saying they have found no trace of Sebastian. Sad. It's really sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that was just a thought of mine.
All right. Thank you so much for calling.
You do the same.
All right, bye-bye. I'm going to take one more call here. Oops. Maybe. All right. Let's see here. All right. He was carried out barefoot, someone says. Please put in my opinion, if you greatly appreciate your call. Clutch. Hello. How you doing? This is my dear.
I'm just wondering, I get confused on seeing the dates on each live. They're like outdated, and you don't never know what's new.
What do you mean, honey?
When you, like right now, I'm watching one of your shows, and it's dated for 3 months ago. And talking about they're supposed to be putting their house up on the market in June, and it's August, end of August.
Right. It'll say like 3 months, but then when you go down to the description, it should say the date down there. Look a little further down.
Okay, well, this is on the YouTube channel.
Right, it's on the YouTube channel.
And, yeah, but it don't say anything else.
Okay. Maybe send me a screenshot of what you're looking at, and I'll try to help you here in a little bit, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, honey. Thank you. Bless her. Okay, guys. Remember the barefoot prints to the retention pond, then nothing strange also. I don't think it was barefoot. What was that? Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, guys. Justin's on TV. Please read Debbie's comment. Debbie. Which Debbie? We got a lot of Debbies. Debbie, Debbie, Debbie. Everyone's saying Debbie. Debbie, Debbie, Debbie. Where's a Debbie when you need one? Come here, Debbie. Let's find you, Debbie. I can't find Debbie. Debbie. Deb. Deborah. Deb. Debbie. Deborah. Deb Rouge. Where's Debbie? I don't see what Debbie. Oh, the route from the house to the unidentified car was supposedly the same route as the dog hit. The route from the house to the unidentified car was supposed. Yes. Very. It's yes. You say route, like you say roundabout, route, roundabout. Take the roundabout. We don't have a lot of roundabouts here. Different Debbie. Different Debbie. Roundabout. Thank you, dear Lisa. That's very sweet of you. People are trying to match up the vehicle in the flashlight video. Can you tell everyone, is it a truck? People are trying to match up the vehicle in the flashlight video. They're going to have a hell of a time because listen. BHB says that it's a QX80. Now, I had a QX80. I said it was a QX80, and then I said, no, it's not, because I noticed there's like a little clip where it looks like I thought it was like a QX80 because I had one. But then I noticed the lights are vertical. Infinity's horizontal. And so pretty much I agree with that, Cat. I agree with that. Especially it's really hard. It's really hard to but I really think it is. Yeah. I think it could be. I think it is a vertical. Oh, see, Mary, I don't think the lights match perfectly, actually. Because again, infinities are horizontal, meaning across, right? This light appears to be vertical, which is usually, not all, but generally, it is an American truck brand, full size SUV, perhaps some cases mid-size. Now, the Cadillac Escalade, that's interesting. The new Cadillac Escalades, the lights are as big as the entire trunk. It is literally longer than my arm. They go down each side of the windows like this. Now, the older Cadillac SUVs from about 2015 onward, before 2015, they are like the GMCs today. So there's that. Thank you for that, Lisa. Appreciate you. Of whoever touched the shirt. It could be that. It could be a what they call a familiar or a family scent is what they call it. Or those dogs could, the one or two dogs that did it, they could be, smelling something they remembered from the house or something. You just don't, you never know. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for 2 continued months. Nina, really appreciate you. R. Taylor, good to see you. 1 month. Thank you. I wanted to hear the sheriff dispatch call. I won't be able to do it today, but you can Google it, or you can go back through some of my lives that I've done, and we have played it as well. Dreamcatcher, thank you so much, my dear, for 5 continuous months. Really do appreciate it. Very, very sweet. Especially if the clothes were in a common hamper. Yes. Especially if maybe they wore, has someone ever jumped in your shoes? To run out to the mailbox or something? I don't know. I used to run in my mom's heels. Different story though. But a female agent needs to question KP, in my opinion. Interesting. We just learned from that Madeline's. That is true. That is true. Baby kisses, just teasing you. Oh, you're fine. I'm just teasing you. Yes, my girls have, and my grandson has. Yeah. They are not charging Jen Soto. Car. Nobody can fit into the little shoes, but I got in their shoes. Love you too, Mona. All right, guys, I'm calling it a night. Thank you all so very much. I really do appreciate you. God bless every single one of you. Clutch Escalade lights, good matchup. Well, if it's an older Escalade, it would. But if it's a newer Escalade, nope, sure wouldn't. But the older Escalades, yes, perhaps. Thank you all so much. Really do appreciate you being here. Thank you, mods, members, every single one of you that are supportive in any way. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. Just being in here, giving your input. It's very valuable, each of you. And if we are all in this together and all are respectful, whether we agree or disagree, it makes the community better. It makes everything, we learn more. We learn more, right? So thank you all, truly. I will be live again tomorrow, Lord willing. Thank you all so very much. God bless and good night.